Thanks for stopping by. I want to tell you about a different way to look at one of the most famous stories of all time, that of Adam and Eve. You know the story. I'm going to show you a different take on it, and then I'm going to sing a song about it. You know the story. God says, y'all can do anything you want in this garden, just don't eat the fruit of that tree over there. And of course, as you would, as I would, they eat the fruit of the tree. Eve takes a bite, hands it to Adam. Adam takes a bite, and immediately, you know who shows up then? God. And he shows up, and he says, he walks into the clearing, and he says, he looks around, but he can't find them because they've ducked into the bushes. And he looks around, and he says, where are y'all? And God says, where are y'all? Because, of course, God is a Texan. Well, Adam and Eve from the bushes call out, well, we're over here, but we're hiding. And God says, why are y'all hiding? And they say, well, because we're naked. Now, if Adam and Eve had been Texans, they would have said, we're naked. But they weren't, and so they didn't. Well, God says, who told you that you are naked? And they say, well, there was this serpent, and he came along, and we weren't going to eat the fruit, but we did, and da-da-da. And they explain, and God says, no, it's okay. I know people make mistakes. Y'all made a mistake. But there are consequences for decisions. And your consequence is you're kicked out of the garden, and you must wander in the wilderness until the end of time. Well, that's the story, how we usually hear it. It's the story that happened. Adam and Eve sinned, no question about it. But there's a different way to look at it. And really, I'm not making this up. This is actually a perspective that's been offered by mainstream and even conservative Christian theologians through the centuries, even though what I'm going to, as I say it, some of you are going to feel like it's a little heretical. But the idea is that a couple of really good things came out of that original sin. Number one, it necessitated the appearance of Christ in the world. That's what a lot of Christian theologians will say. Well, yeah, the bad news is there was the sin, but that meant Jesus entered the world. Now, more relevant to my song is this second huge benefit, and that was that Adam and Eve ate of the fruit, and all of a sudden, they gained consciousness. They woke up. The argument says, well, the name of the tree, it's not an apple tree. John Milton called it an apple in his poem, Paradise Lost. Excuse me. But in the book of Genesis, all you hear is that it's the fruit of the tree. But the tree has a name. It's the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So when Adam and Eve eat of the fruit, they gain knowledge of good and evil, which means they can choose good from evil, or choose good instead of evil, or vice versa. And in terms of God, they're no longer like the animals that are just running around in the garden doing what they were created to do. Now they have choice, they have agency, and they can choose to follow God or not, choose to engage in a relationship or not. So this fall from grace actually was fortunate in certain ways. There's a Latin phrase, felix culpa, is how people what the phrase that people use, and it translates to fortunate fall. So in a way, it was a fortunate fall. And my song is about these two people, Adam and Eve, who, from this perspective, end up being the fortunate ones. And that's the title of the song. There's a boy named Adam walking in a garden with a girl named Eve. They love each other, they want for nothing except maybe to be free. Eve says, Adam, oh, I think there's more than this world's given me. I wanna know, I wanna go understanding. Says, girl, you're killing me. Says, don't you know that we can go wherever we just please. Eve says, Adam, oh, hear the wind in the apple tree. My sweet Adam, oh, it's a song and it's calling to me. If you listen, my love, I kinda think you'll agree. Cause there's so much in this great big world that we could never know unless we try. There's a wildness out beyond our reach. Don't you think it's time to maybe take a bite? All I know is something's pulling on me, like the moon keeps enticing the sea. Adam, listen deep within yourself. Something's inviting you to, you'll see. It's saying, Adam, oh, can't you imagine, yeah, that there's so much more than you conceive of or even dream of, yeah. Just beyond your door, I see your face now and I understand, yeah, it's scary to take that leap. Stay if you need to stay. Oh, it'll break my heart to ever have to leave you. Oh, but Adam, I can't stay anymore. Oh, Adam, yeah, I'm walking through that door, my sweet Adam. I'm going, won't you go with me? Come on and go with me.